And just like that, we're back again with another update on Kaspa. Kaspa community, this is, the moment that we have been waiting for. If you've been following the channel regularly, I've been giving you guys Kaspa updates every single day of the week. And, we were talking about a certain level to be watching out for. That level has finally been broken out of. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. We're going to waste no more time and get right into it. Before we do that, as always, just a quick disclaimer. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. Kaspa up 17.4%, guys. One of the top gainers right now, just behind, Pi and WIF. This speaks for itself. So far, we have nailed it. And I like getting credit where, I honestly deserve. I have been talking bearish about Kaspa pretty much from August of last year. So why am I saying that? The reason why I'm saying that is because I'm not going to sugarcoat things. If things look bearish, I'm not going to sit here and say they're looking bullish. If that is not what you like, then so be it, because I give you guys unbiased updates. But over the last 1 month, month and a half, if you notice, there was a switch in my overall analysis. I was talking, bullish on Kaspa. I'm saying, we're starting to see bullish momentum coming towards Kaspa yet again. And we could see for ourselves, if you're looking at it on a weekly time frame, if you're looking at it on a monthly time frame, Kaspa is balancing itself with the overall market. Price currently sitting at 12.5 cents, up 16.7% in Bitcoin comparative as well. Valuation back above 3 billion, to be exact, $3.3 billion. But look at the 24-hour trading volume at $200 million. When was the last time we saw this much volume coming in for Kaspa? So is this really a time where you do see big exchanges coming on board? Because of course, that is, the big, that's a big problem, that a lot of people don't like about Kaspa. The fact that, it's not listed on a lot of centralized exchanges. Is this really going to be the time where it does get those listings? We don't really know, but obviously we could hope for, that to happen. If you're looking at, Bitcoin dominance here, dominance did see a little bit of a jump, but, it's pretty much making its way back towards the downside. Kaspa doesn't really care about this. Obviously, the fact that, we did go back down once again, I think this gave it even more of a push to break out of that key resistance. If you're looking at BTC, it has been consolidating very, very nicely around this range. Obviously, a few retests at the $105,000 price point. Breaking out of that range isn't, something just small. So far so good. Obviously, we're coming out of the weekend. On the weekends, more manipulation than usual. As you guys know, the CME futures are close, but so far so good. Barely any volatility within the price of BTC. Just a little bit of a minor pullback, while dominance continues to show, weakness within itself. Ethereum is looking really, really good. Altcoin season is definitely in play. And if it continues to pull down, I think, altcoins are going to start heading towards even higher levels than they were, this year. So if you're looking at Kaspa, enough with, the chatter chat that we're doing, you're looking at this. We broke out of this key resistance for the first time, like breaking out of here for the first time since Feb 15th. But we have not seen a 12 cents Kaspa since the beginning of February of this year. So exactly what we talked about, how, this resistance is such an important resistance. I was expecting a rejection. I know a lot of people are going to come out and say, Crypto ZX, we didn't see a rejection. What if I told you we definitely saw a rejection? Let's take a look at it on an hourly time frame. You could see this for yourself. Beautiful neckline retest, rejection at that key resistance, came down to 10.4 cents. If you want to put this into perspective, we're looking at a retracement of about 8%. So not a small retracement by any means. That is a healthy correction, to be quite frank with you. And I was expecting that. But look at the bounce from that 10.5 cents. We saw a 23% increase after, seeing that rejection, retesting, the previous support, and, obviously sending out of that range. But let's say, you were waiting for the confirmation above this key resistance. Let's say this is where your buy order was placed in. If it got filled in, that was an literally instant 15% increase. I wasn't just saying, this level is so important for no reason. I'm not drawing these lines because I'm bored on the charts. These are major levels to be looking out for, and I'm sure at this point no one is really questioning this, because so far whatever we've discussed, whichever resistance or support I've talked to you guys about, it has really shown importance. And right now, we're pretty much clear to head towards this 13.5 cents, and I wouldn't even be surprised if in the next few hours we do retest that. That itself is only a 7.9% move. Obviously, we did wick up to this 13 cents mark. Obviously a lot of resistance around this range, but we're being supported by these levels. I'm surprised that we were able to push out of that range quite fast. So my target remains to be 13.8 cents. Pretty much after that, guys, prepare for excitement for Kaspa, in my opinion. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. Love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for all your support. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.